Hello! Fast Brick Studios here, and today guys, the LEGO Simpsons Springfield returns. And we are back once again, guys. Yet again, we have made a return, week number 15, to building Springfield. But before we jump in any further, I do quickly want to say, if you have not yet dropped a like on the video, go ahead and do so. And while you're down there, subscribe as well. It would really go a long way and supports the construction of Springfield and supports the channel. Now with that being said, in terms of what I want to get done within this week's episode is continue upon building Moe's Tavern. As you guys know, in week number 14, we have started to construct it. We did run into quite a little bit of issues with having a lot of missing pieces. Well, now we have gotten all of the bricklink orders to finish off Moe's Tavern. And in addition to that, I as well probably will be building King Toot's music store in this week's episode. Or at least beginning to build it. We'll see how far we'll get in terms of time and how much of it will we be able to build, but I do have the bricklink order to even build that, so we'll see. We'll ultimately see what are we able to build. But with all of that being out of the way, let's get building. And the progress updates are back. Week number 15 to building Springfield. I do want to give credit over to Inkling Bricks for the original inspiration of this model, and I'll make sure to link him down in the description below. But let's take a closer look at what we've made so far. Starting off with the front and working our way over into the back, you guys could see up in the front, I have the medium lavender borders going around the windows and the door, and we have a little bit of that design going above. Connecting all of these design elements with these 1x1 snot bricks, studs not on top, and having a couple more of those exposed ones going off on the side right here. As you guys can see, I've started to get one of the stained glass windows going in place, and soon enough we'll be having another two following it. And once that's complete, we will place the window border going right here. The sidewalk is now in place, and we have the basic dimensions for King Toot's music store all figured out. And if anyone is wondering about these 3 holes going on the side of Moe's Tavern here, that's just me waiting for a bricklink order to come in. Inside of Moe's Tavern, I have gotten a pretty good start on the overall interior. Following up from week number 14, we have continued that very same aesthetic going on all the way throughout, with the wooden borders going around the door and windows, and as well with the dark green walls going on in the background. We have one of the booths being built up, a couple of pool table sticks going off on the side, some flags, the air vents, and the very beginnings of the bar counter being built, which soon enough will curve into an L right about here. And we had to pay the floor bill. Otherwise, most customers would be walking on pipes.
You gotta give me back my floor. My customers are walking around on the pipes. Hey, next time pay your bills. But I don't want to.
But that right there is all of the progress that we were able to make within this update. Quite a strong return for the series once more, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. But without any further ado, let's continue building Moe's Tavern and even King Toot's Music Store as well. Let's get building. And here we are, guys, with the very next update to the week. I know it may not look like much from the front that we've built, apart from this just upper build going right here, but when we turn the model around, you guys could see where all of the progress went into. First up, we have a wooden shelf for the glass bottles and cups. Nothing too complicated here, just trying to make it as close as possible to what we see in the show. Next to that, we have the bar table, and beneath, a bit of a railing design going right here. There is as well place to add the iconic red 2x2 phone, which we'll be adding very soon. There is a couple of studs running across here for minifigures to walk on, and leading up to a small cabinet in the corner. And there are additional studs that we have right here to add on tubes to pour beer. I've added in a couple of bar stools into the build, and we'll be adding in 2 more right here. Right beside that, I have started to put together the pool table, which is currently missing a couple of pieces going throughout it. Currently still am waiting for that very small bricklink order, that last one, to finish off building Moe's Tavern. But that is nothing big and shouldn't really delay the construction of Springfield or Moe's Tavern by any stretch of the imagination. And apart from that there, I've as well started to build up more booths going off on the side here. And in terms of the progress that we've made with King Toot's Music Store, nothing too much just yet, aside from getting a crate for the musical albums to go into, a stand for the instruments, and just beginning to get some of the tiles for the flooring in place. And if anyone is wondering what is this green space right here, you guys will have to wait and see. I have something in mind. But that right there is all of the progress that we were able to make within this week's episode. So with all of that being said, let's move out into the outro and finish off week number 15. And there we are, guys, at the end of the long and anticipated week number 15 to building Springfield. I do have to say, I think we've made some pretty solid progress within this week's episode, building up a very good majority of Moe's Tavern, and even getting started upon building up King Toot's Music Store. Now with that being said, I do hope to expand upon Moe's Tavern in next week's episode, such as getting more of the interior built up, more of the side walls in place, and all of these small little holes that you guys can see throughout the build. Hopefully by then the bricklink order does come in as well. But aside from that there, I would as well hope to build up more of King Toot's Music Store and getting this small green section of the build complete. Soon enough, you guys will be seeing what this will turn into. But with all of that being considered, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And comment down below in the comment section of what are your guys' thoughts on Moe's Tavern so far. But with all of that being in mind, keep on building, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.